These are the 3 tools that you can use for free as an entrepreneur. So guys, listen, it's me, Dami Okadara from Clientele Boosters. I want to give you 3 tools that are free that you can use to enhance your business, whether it's making $10,000 a week, whether it's making your first 100K or your first 10K a month online, or just starting your business. Rule number 1, you need to have time to have deep thinking. I know it sounds counterintuitive, and I know everyone's like, take action. And you should take action. You must take action. And I'll talk about that in a second. But you need to have time to deep think. What allowed me, especially when I was younger, to go from getting my first client for like $330 a month when I was like 19 to, getting 10, 12K weeks, you know what I mean, the agency and stuff like that, is making sure that we have, at least myself, but also the team, but particularly myself, because I'm the focus of this video, gets time to think deeply, whether it's me going on a walk, I like to drive, going on a drive, and just thinking and reflecting about how I can be a better leader. Where are my deficiencies? What am I not doing that I could do? What should I stop doing that I should have stopped doing ages ago? And sometimes those periods of deep thinking are what have elevated me to that next level. I remember when I was 22-ish or 23, what took me from a couple thousand a month to 20K months when I was a bit younger, was, actually thinking, hold on, I'm using all this energy. What is the thing that is giving me the highest ROI in my time? So deep thinking is really important, and I'm pretty confident that that's probably in the next couple months going to be the thing that gets me to my first 100K or more, maybe even 100 or 200K a month in revenue with the agency, right? So you need time to deep think. The second thing is high energy. I learned this from Ty and a few other people. A lot of billionaires and also highly successful people have are hypomaniacs, essentially. So they have a lot of hypomania. They're hypomaniacs. So they have a lot of energy. And I'm not saying that you need to be someone that talks really fast or is super charismatic or super extroverted or introverted, but rather you have the energy. Like if you look at Elon Musk, he can go. You want to have the energy and the endurance to be able to withstand those long days, especially when you're starting up. I'm very much in my startup phase. I'm working in the morning, working at night, hitting the gym at night, making sure that I'm bulking. I've put on 3 or 4 kilograms of muscle. You guys probably can't tell, but in the last 4 weeks, because I understand that I am the vessel. God has blessed me. I am the vessel that's able to inspire my team of 20, 25, 30, 50 people. We're talking across multiple businesses, but 20, 25 people just in the agency, right? So you need to have high energy, and that energy is transferable. Essentially, what is sales? Sales is the transference of enthusiasm or certainty. Shout out to Jordan Belfort, right? So you need to have high energy. Now, the third and final thing, and this is the most crucial thing I'd argue, is self-belief. Okay, and it sounds simple, but check this out. So self-belief means when your boyfriend or girlfriend, I remember when I was 18, I had a girlfriend at the time, 18, 19, I was 19 by this time. I had a girlfriend and she was lovely, very beautiful, gorgeous, right? Very intelligent, right? Probably a bit smarter than me back then. In terms of just raw IQ. And, I was talking to her about my goals. I was like, by 25, I want to do this, and that. I want to have this much money. And this is when I was 19 years old. And she said, baby, do you think that's realistic? And that stuck with me. And it was nothing personal, because why wouldn't an 18, 19-year-old girl be like, hey, is that realistic? I get it. That's completely reasonable, right? Especially when you're young and you're just super ambitious. But you're going to have people in your circle, in your friendship group, a boyfriend or girlfriend, someone that you trust, a family member, an acquaintance, a teacher. Oh, I had so many teachers that doubted me in many ways. A coach that are going to question, your goals for yourself. And, for me personally, I have had to go through many periods where I had to test my identity and my self-belief. But what happens is once you start stacking those slow wins and you get that feedback loop that might take a year or 2 years or 5 years or 10 years or months, right? I didn't get my first client after 3 months of running the agency. And I was cold calling, door knocking, going to different places, 3 months with no results. And I got my first result after 3 months of talking to probably 1,000+ people. Right? My mom, I remember her nearly crying. Oh, why is my son coming back so late? I was like, Mom, I'm getting the rave of my dreams. She turns around and she starts crying, But your self-belief is going to be built on your ability to stay in the game. Now, if I've got a number of friends and acquaintances that have made multiple 8 figures, definitely multiple 7 figures, but a couple that are in the multiple 8 figures and very few that are in the 9. And for me, it's all right, now that, I think Alex Hormozy also mentioned this, the first 100K is the hardest. And that's because there's so many things that you just don't know, right? The ignorance. So the self-belief thing is going to stack the longer you're in the game. When you make your first $1,000 online, you're going to be like, this is real. When you make your first 10K, it's like, I can survive with this. When you make your first 20, 40, 50K a month, you're like, I'm a businessman, I'm a legit businessman. And I'm not at the level where we're doing 6 figures a month just yet. But, I'm sure that at that level, we'll be like, okay, great. Like I can do multiple business models. I can have better staff. I can have a CEO, right? So guys, I'm telling you, self-belief is the thing that's going to carry you to that end of that road. And the road is never ending because that's the reality of the game of entrepreneurship. But especially in the early stages, if you have high energy already and you're already a great deep thinker and you can have space to deep think and take action, self-belief is the thing that's going to hold you in the game and also make you way more successful than everyone that's hated on you or doubted you, including your own mind. So those are the 3 things that are free that are going to make it a lot easier for you to win in the game of entrepreneurship. Whether you're 24 like me, or whether you're a teenager, or whether you're in your 30s, 70s, 80s, 90s, 100, 50, 60, whatever. These 3 things, implement them straight away. You'll be surprised what happens. All right, I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care.